What's good? I'm Art by J, New Orleans artist, New Orleans mirrorless, New Orleans tattoo artist. I want to go into depth about my camouflage to bring awareness of the wars that we face. It's fighting different battles. Any battle that you face, we overcome it and we celebrate it.
So when we say that birth is the revolution, it is because unfortunately some families are moving into hospitals to birth their babies and they feel like they are at war. Between doulas and midwives, we are the soldiers. We are the soldiers to support families in this war of birth, because birth truly is the revolution.
We all are soldiers within the midst of the wars we fight, in the midst of the battles we fight. We find a way to celebrate and to pay homage to those victories, you know what I'm saying? So that's my whole point of the camo.
So welcome to our Cocktails and Canvas with Art by J, right here from New Orleans. Today we are going to be painting a lotus flower accompanied by a dragonfly. So if you all don't know, and I didn't know this, right? So the lotus flower I knew, right? That represents the womb. It represents fertility. It represents women. And so that's why we have that. But the dragonfly also represents a baby who has been lost, a miscarriage. This was recently brought to my awareness from a cousin of mine who had an experience where she had a miscarriage and then the dragonflies kept following her and visiting her. It was such a beautiful story. And then I did a little more research and found out that throughout history in many cultures, the dragonfly represents a lost child in a miscarriage. And so when the Art of Birthing first started, we did it in September in acknowledgement of Infant Mortality Awareness Month, which also includes miscarriages for a lot of people. So I'm super excited about this painting. Thank you.
All right, I'm Art by J. I'll be instructing y'all on how to do this piece here. You don't have to, I want you to do what you like to do, make it yours, because at the end of the day, you're going home with it. So I'm gonna just walk you through the basic steps. It's very easy. But other than that, be creative within your own self. I want you to do what you want to do, but I'm gonna just break down the basics, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get started. So first, you're gonna find your little skinny brush. I prefer to outline with black. But if you want to outline in another color, like I said, it's your choice. So I started sketching mine out. So I would encourage you to go ahead and start outlining everything in whatever color you want, but I prefer black. So it's up to you. Like I said, I want you to be as creative as possible. We'll go ahead and start outlining your thing. That's kind of like the first process. And then we'll go from there. The good thing about art is no right or wrong way to it. So it's however it comes out. There's no right or wrong way to it. Because if you ever see art and it's like you're just like, what is that? That's just their expression, you know what I'm saying? So it's whatever it is you want it to be. That's the good part about it. He said he didn't want to do his outline. That's his expression. I can't get in the way of that, you know? Respect the man's craft.
She loves me now. Ooh, she loves me now. She loves me now. Whoa, she loves me now. And I sing glory, glory, hallelujah. Got to give thanks and praise unto the Father. A long time I man walk this little daughter. She loves me now. Woo, she loves me now. She loves me now. Woo, she loves me now. After me talk to the mother and the father, send love letters with the brothers and sisters. Them a talk how I can get the daughter, but see they know one not the dreadlocks take over. She loves me now. Boy, she loves me now. She loves me now. Boy, she loves me now. I hope and I pray that she would surrender to me.
I do suggest when you finish your outline, let it dry a little bit. That way you don't mix your colors all crazy. So just give it a few minutes to dry. It don't take that long. All right, so if you want to check your paint, you can just take a little pinky, check a few little lines if you want, you know, see if it's dry enough. So if it is a little dry, we're gonna start with the background. So we're gonna start. Let's start with the sky, if y'all don't mind. You know what I'm saying? We can start with the sky. So me, I'm making my sky a little blue with some little clouds. I mean, you're welcome to do whatever color you want, but I'll guide you into just the whole contrast of things. Let me get some blue, and then we're gonna get started. Yes, you'll use your big brush. So if you're doing a little dark, definitely get some navy blue, a little black, and a little white, and a little turquoise just to give it a little blend. So definitely use your bigger brush to fill in faster, and then we can go from now and get started. When you're using the water, typically is to clean your brush off or just to give it a little, I wouldn't oversaturate it with the water. Then your paint will be too runny and then it'll run down. It's a big mess. So typically I'll start here along the line and just build up from there. Don't be scared. The good thing about paint and acrylic paint, like you can always paint over your mistakes and go back and fix it. You can paint over. If it was a tattoo, you'd be in trouble. But other than that, but it's paint. You can definitely paint over it.
It's not easy now. On the mercy, looking my love. It's not easy. Never easy. More than too long. Stay. All the while, she got the face of an angel. But her heart is like a Jezebel. That is truth and right. Looking my love, it's not easy. Yeah, I found love on a two-way street and lost it on a lonely way. Hear this, don't miss a good things come to those who wait. So little girl try to have some faith, 'cause when you want faith you can go through the gate. Don't take yourself and turn in a bit, you must agree there. You must learn to satisfy. Hey, me little girl, you must agree there. You must learn to satisfy. Hear me now, star. I got the true loving. Jah know it and the best. No other loving shouldn't contest. You want to take me heart, turn in a mess. Then you talk about me, mustn't take no rest. You must agree there. You must learn to satisfy. Little girl, you must agree.
So I started a little dark to light just to give it a little depth.
She got the face of an angel, but her heart is like a Jezebel. Tell me what this praying for.
You know, see, that's we just find her out.
Hey, you should be smiling, you girl. Yeah, looking my love, I found it on a two-way street and lost it and that lonely highway.
Lord of mercy, no miss a last year gone, we used to live irie. Me used to earn a lot of money. Me buy your clothes and fancy jewelry. Now this year come, nothing not going for me. You run gone with Tom, Dick and Harry. You get swelleded and you get greedy. You must be greedy. You must learn to satisfy. Little girl, you must be greedy. You must learn to satisfy. Hear me now, girl. No one time gone, it was Miss Levy. Now you try to come pressure me. Show you here, say me a celebrity. Show me a ram dance, all of me a cock party. You must be greedy. You must learn to satisfy. Little girl, you must be greedy. You must learn to satisfy.
I found it on a two-way street and lost it and that lonely highway.
On a lonely highway, baby girl.
All the while, she got the face of an angel,
But the heart,
but her heart is like a Jezebel.
so you know me find out you are run from me. You know me find out you are run from me. You know me find out say you love me money. You know me find out you love fancy jewelry. You know me find out say you no stop pressure me. You know me find out.
So depending on how you want to do your cloud, you just kind of just outline them. And they got certain little depths to make it seem like far away. So that's why I did smaller ones too. So the smaller ones will give you that depth as if it's far away. You know what I'm saying? So see a small one, then a big one, and a little medium sized one. But it gives you that depth as if it's, you see what I'm saying? Like a little, one's in your face and one's back there. So, and I like the little clouds that look like smooth, you know what I'm saying? A little spotted cloud. So small ones and big ones will give you that look.
So let me be your Danford driver. Oh. I go take you anywhere you wanna go. Yeah, baby. I go be your Weezy, baby. Oh. Yeah. I go be your daddy, yo. Yeah. You go be my mommy, yo. Star boy. Let me be your Bengali, oh. I'm the bunch. I go be your scapegoat, yo. go, Tony. Let me be a true baba, that's so. Baby, Tigari, my African queen. Baby, love me, yeah. Baby, hold me, yeah. Let me love you, baby. Let me love you, baby, yeah. Baby, kiss me, yeah. Baby, touch me, yeah. Wanna be your lover for life. Be your baby, wow. I wanna be by your side. Hey, baby, to fly. Mommy, you were to fly. Stars on the beat. To fly. I wanna be by your side. Baby, you were too fine. Baby, too fine. Love me, baby, hold me, baby, kiss me, Genevieve. Yeah. Baby, love me, baby, romance me, baby, give me love, oh, Genevieve. So let me be a jumper driver. I go take you anywhere you wanna go. Yeah, baby. I go be your Weezy, baby. Oh. Yeah. I go be your daddy, yo. Yeah. You go be my mommy, yo. Star boy. Let me be a Bengali, oh. I'm the bunch. I go be your scapegoat, Tony. Scapegoat, Tony.
So if y'all got any questions about how to do clouds, I was teaching y'all, wasn't paying attention, see? About to put y'all in detention. The whole little corner, about to separate them. What they do, you gotta separate y'all.
That's because your clouds look like for real.
But now, if you want me to explain it again, I don't mind.
Size on the beat, baby. You're gonna whine for me. You're gonna whine to the beat, baby. Size on the beat for you, baby girl. You're gonna whine to the baseline, baby, whine to the baseline. Oh, number one in Africa, like you know, number one in Africa. You already know that. Number one in Africa. Like number one in Africa, you're gonna whine for me.
So once we finish the top layer, we're gonna move to the bottom. If paintbrush not doing it right, are you using a flat brush or a big brush? You gotta put some paint on it. Maybe start there and then see. Yeah, you gotta put. It's not gonna work if you ain't got no paint on it. You still gotta put paint on it. Just don't put that much. So if you want it to be light, go ahead and hit it on your napkin. Just give it a little. All right, now go ahead. That's right. See? The cloud's white. You know, most clouds are white. When the sun's setting, that's what brings the color to the clouds. You see what I'm saying? So like, say if you trying to do like clouds like I'm doing, what you want them light. So smooth it out. So don't be afraid to put a little paint on there. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna try to smooth it out. So you gotta thinning it out while it's on the canvas. Don't be afraid to put a little paint on it. See? There you go. It's coming together. So now come with your with your light and push that into that. Yeah. So it's all blending. So you want to take your yellow. You want pure yellow. And just bring it on. Don't be afraid to put paint on it, you know what I'm saying? Just come down with it, you know what I'm saying? Is that the look you're going for?
Yeah, pretty much. I just wanted to blend it.
So we're gonna get to the bottom soon once y'all finish with the top. I'm just trying to get all the big areas of the paint before we go into the smaller. That normally takes longer. So yeah, so we'll start on the bottom next. Just want to cover all the big pieces. Break time. I was saying the break. Break is over. We're gonna start on working at the bottom of your painting. Most people will have already painted their painting. We're gonna get started. You're welcome to either do a water scene. I'm gonna do a water scene for the Lotus. And the fact that the rebirth, it just goes back to that whole the reason why we're here. And the birth of the Lotus, basically. If I'm right, if I'm correct, a lot of women do give birth in water. So that's kind of like what the representation of the Lotus is, to represent the rebirth. So I'm gonna start with the water. Like I said, I normally do the backgrounds and stuff first just to get it out of the way because that takes the longest. And so I'm gonna do a water scene. You're welcome to do grass, whatever feels good to you. And I'm feeling like water, so I'm gonna do water. So I'm gonna go with a kind of like a light turquoise. I may mix some purples with it, just to give it a little exotic look. More of like an how can I say, more like an island look maybe, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with a lot of turquoises, purples, and I'm gonna just kind of have fun with it. So I encourage y'all to do the same thing. Whatever you want your water to be. It don't have to be blue, it could be whatever you want it to be, your representation of water or of how you feel or however you want to do it. So we're gonna start with that. Yes, use your big brush. Use your big brush to cover a lot because it just works fast for you to cover a lot with your big brush. And don't make a mistake and dip your paintbrush in your drink. I do that all the time. I do that all the time and I still drink it anyway. I do it all the time because I was just about to do it. And I still drink it, whatever, I don't care. It's fine. Yeah, it's just a little point, you know what I'm saying? I still drink the water. Y'all done drunk out of faucets on the side of the house before. Little paint water not gonna kill you, but it's basically the same thing. Those pipes had lead in it, so it's all good. Y'all still here, so it's all good.
For your love, baby, I never seen no one. Never seen no one be like you. Kulu, baby. If you love me, I go love you too. Kulu, baby. If you vex me, I will know.
Okay, so here I mixed a little white with some turquoise, in order to get a light transition to give it a little further away look. So and then I'm gonna come again with a darker color here, just to give it that set. So like, you know, like when you look at water and like in the middle of it, you see the light, but further back is darker, and then in your face is darker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the look I'm going for here. It's fun doing water though because it's like, you know, the water flows so differently sometimes.
Catch green lady for your love, baby. Me I never seen no one be like you. Kulu, baby.
This look like the water in Bahamas. You don't have to use the easel if you want to. Whatever makes you comfortable. You can sit on the floor between your legs. It's fine. Whatever you want to do. Kindergarten style. However you want to do it. Yeah, go ahead and get that bottom all filled up how you want. And blend in with a lot of whites and different blues. Well, main color is the aqua. Put a little green in there, it's fine. However you feel that your water should be. Don't be afraid to load a lot of paint on your paintbrush too, cause it's gonna spray it out also. So don't be afraid to put a lot of paint on your brush, especially when you got a lot of canvas to cover. Yeah, like I said, don't be afraid to put a lot of paint on your brush. It's all right. It's gonna smooth out. So if you like to blend from your sky to your water, like I said, you could go with a little lighter color, kind of blend, and just start here. And what you do is you go down and see how it eventually fades out, because you use the paint up here at the top, which makes that line a little thicker. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was saying, don't be afraid to put paint on your brush, because as you start at the top and go down, it's gonna thin out. See? So it's gonna thin out. So by all means, put some paint on there and just fan it out. Just keep going with the motion, and it's gonna work out well. And oh, you can use this technique. Let me grab some more paint. Oh, where's that aqua? Oh, okay. So just, yeah, you have to trust the process. I'm gonna show y'all the fanning technique, which I normally use, which is real easy. So you take your brush and you just kind of fan it out. You know what I'm saying? Just drag it out. Like I said, the paint is gonna eventually, up here is where you're gonna get your thickness of it. So as you moving it down and just spreading it out, it's fine. It's gonna thin out. And I think you kind of had that question, right, about the whole fanning out thing. So it's like, just don't be afraid to put the paint on there and just fan it out. Add your little white, and then you come back up here, come from the bottom of it, and then you go up. And then you see how it, you know, just kind of just gives you that blending look, like it all go together. So you start dark, down, light, up. You see what I'm saying? Light up, if that's the contrast you want. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm doing a dark from the top and then the little light in the middle. So I'm gonna come up with that light and just keep blending it into that. But I started here, and that's gonna give you that outlook from a little light to dark preferences. So it's just little tricks. And, but don't be afraid to put paint on your brush. Like, it's fine. Like, please don't. Yeah, if they feel like it's too much paint, like, you're not, it's fine. Like, the thicker the paint is, the better. Yeah, it's okay. More paint is fine, because you can, if you even start darker, you can clean it up with lighter. You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to put paint on it. And then I'm gonna show y'all another trick once you get that done.
Now me know what's in the sea. Before everything started the roses. All of all everybody love it, it's like you have to know. If you don't get money, no problem. If you don't get money, serious problem. Shout out to God, shout out to your teacher, shout out to the streets. I wanna go with every pizza. I wanna roll in me, I wanna go in me. Nobody rolling me, want too much, don't roll in me.
But you don't want it to be like
enemies go fry, then go best if we bag.
So yeah, so y'all gonna learn that. Okay, so it's yeah, it just gives you like that far away set. It's nothing perfect. I just giving you guys just an example, because it's like when you like, for example, if you're looking at trees in the far out from lake, don't the trees will look darker? You know what I'm saying? So it just, the darker contrast of it brings out the lighter into here. So it's like whatever you're looking at far away, especially like structures or different silhouettes of stuff. This thing, when you're on the lake and you see the cars passing that's going across the causeway, it looks black, right? You know what I'm saying? So, and it's a lot smaller than blown up in your face. So it's just more of a little contrast to that. So I put just a tad bit darker up top. I'm gonna clean it up as I go. Cause I always go back and clean up in detail after I get all my colors down. Oh, I thought somebody was out there. But nah, but yeah, so it's just, you know, just get all your basic colors down and then you come back if you want to detail and make it, you know, clean it up. You have the right to do that too. So just definitely get the basics down and then, you know, you go back and clean things up. It's really not that hard. All right, so y'all go ahead and finish up that. I like it. It look good. Almost look like watercolor. All right, once we finish the backgrounds, we're gonna go into the flower and dragonfly. That's when things should get a little bit more interesting.
Go fight for. I'm again at you, say now you I go die for. I don't get motor, but now you I go ride for. When I dey sing, say now you I dey sing for. My baby dance, make you move for the dance floor. I'm again, she no be me, you dey fall for. Wine slow, boogie down low. Now the first time where I dey in love, oh. It be like drug where they make me slow.
So, if y'all want to do some like streaks for like waves or water flowing, I just use my white or whatever light color you choose to use. Run your brush across it. You don't have to be thick. Just hit it. You know what I'm saying? Long stroke. Just hit it. So yeah, I did add a little shadowing from my Lotus. Just a little bit, just to give it that shadow look. So with that, you kind of like just go under your leaf and make it shorter than the other one, kind of basically. That's a little kind of hard to explain, so I'll just show you how to do it. I'm using a blue that I used up here, yeah, like a darker blue, and just kind of like fading it down, just to give it a little pop out look from the flower. And it'll come together more once we start on the flower. Right into your flower. So with your flower, you should have fun. If you hadn't started on it, it's whatever color you want to do it. Like I said, I'm gonna just guide you through it. I'm gonna use the flat brush for the flower to get it filled in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you could come back and clean up your lines. If you paint over, you come back and clean up your lines. So me, I'm going with a purple, a dark purple and a pink for my flowers. And a little white, so that's what I'm going with. Kind of blend and mix and match with that. Cause purple and pink has a good blending together. So I'm gonna start with dark first and then go to light. So purple and pink to me has a good mixture. I love the way it ends up at the end with a little specks of white. And it's gonna make this painting pop more because there's a lot of blue going on. Different blues, turquoise, so need a pop, a little highlight pop. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna start with my darker color. Big brush, go ahead with your big brush.
body make man day man ya. Kinda body with you make guy man go guy man. Oh baby, sweet on God, pass kinda your love.
I'm taking my pink too and running it in with the purple and cleaning off my brush at the same time.
She no get palava. When you see my baby, make you holla, make you holla. She no like you holla, yeah. She no do like you rara.
Add a little white to it just to dumb it down a little bit, give it a little lighter contrast with my pink. But like I said, you're free to do whatever color you want to do for your flower. This is the colors that I'm using.
Just up into the car, go telling me I just wanna make you.
I'm gonna probably go over with a dark color. I'm gonna go over the lighter color just to make it more bold looking. So I'm gonna choose to do a darker color. Like I said, don't be afraid to put paint on your brush.
She no get palava. When you see my baby, make you holla, make you holla. She no like you holla, yeah. She no do like you rubber. When you see my belly, make you holla, make you holla. Roll your waist, say Bella, Bella, roll your waist, roll your waist, say Bella, Bella, roll your waist. No lies, no lies, no lies, no more. I'ma judge you like a dream, even in my sleep, oh. Hey. You're my tender love, it's the lot for you, never for two, you know the truth, yeah. Now you're perfect size, yeah. Cool, damn, I feel undo you. If you do anyhow, damn, undo you. If you touch my girl, damn, undo you. Mola, Weruku, yeah, then they for Oniru. If you do anyhow, damn, undo you. If you touch my girl, she no get palava. She no get
And again, I'm just taking little bits of white to kind of mix at the top of it.
make you
So just to have a little fun with it.
She no do like you rubber. When you see my belly, make you holla, make you holla.
Bubbles. It's STG.
What's the cost, man?
Nike G.
Another banger. Make a pom, make a pom, 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 make a pom, make a keep a the pom, pom, pom. Your body kakara, make a pom, pom, pom on a magnetic. Kilo fat, I'm a dead chocolate, fine, fine, oh, chocolate, watch your love for like it, wine, I'm on my dead, your body, chocolate, push it in, yeah, in my day, tabalo, see, kilo fat, wine now, my lady.
Sube la temperatura si te acercas más, bebé. Ya siento la calentura como corre por mi piel, tienes eso que me hace enloquecer. Todo eso hoy me lo quiero comer.
Tú me vi, para money, yeah. Tú me vi, don't go carry belle. Tú me vi, le cuando mi sisi, yeah. Consi, yo, baby. Make a pom, make a pom, 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 make a pom, make a keep a the pom, 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 your body.
So I'm gonna throw y'all for a little quick loop. For the inside of the Lotus, I'm gonna go a little tad bit darker. I'm gonna mix a little bit of the black with my purple. Just because like with shadow wise, if you looking at something like say it's cuff 9 times out of 10, the inside's gonna be darker. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go just a tad bit darker just to give it that contrast. Go a little darker just to give it that depth.
Sé que eres fanático de mi bombón. Tú relájate que estoy aquí te pon. Hazme un truco para ver si me asombro. Esa cara de perverso te la compro.
I'ma make up my eye. I'ma lead your gang, yeah, I go my eye. I'ma lead your gang, yeah, you may be. I don't money, Jenny, you maybe don't go carry belle. You maybe, let go of me, see, yeah. Come see, yo, baby, you. Make a pom, make a pom, 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 make a pom, make a keep for the pom, 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 your body, kakara, make a pom, 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 on a make the check, get a bom, bom, check it, make a pom, 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 make a pom, make a keep for the pom, 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 your body, kakara, make a pom, 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 on a make the check, get a bom, 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 check it,
Who said the cost, man?
Rema. Maggie G.
Alright, so as soon as you finish your flower, go ahead and clean up your lines on it. Clean it up, and then we're gonna move on. So I speed up the pace just a little bit.
Money fall on you. Banana
Clean it up with the small brush.
Prada fall
If you, go ahead and clean up your lines with the small brush, whatever you outline with, just to make it more defined.
Paparazzi follow you.
And then we're gonna do the same thing with the dragonfly, kind of paint it however you want it.
Tell me, baby, are you done talking? Yeah,
You can add the little veins within the wing.
yeah. Are you done talking? Tell me, baby, are you done talking? Yeah. Are you done talking? Tell me, baby, are you done talking? Yeah. I don't wanna be a player no more. Yeah. I don't wanna be a player no more. Cause my guys call me Cristiano, Mr. Ronaldo, I'm on Nintendo. Cause my guys call me Cristiano, Mr. Ronaldo, I'm on Nintendo. Money fall on you, banana fall on you.
Yeah, as soon as you wrap up your lotus, we're going straight into the dragonfly. Crazy thing is, every time I'm outside painting a mural or painting outside, a butterfly like pops up. Every time. Every time.
If I offend you, because sorry, oh baby, take out. Sorry, oh baby, take out. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. Oh baby, nothing of it to change amo. Nothing of it to change amo. If I talk, then go say I dey talk. Hey. Tell me why then they use Panadol for our headache. Yeah. How I go chop if my baby no chop? They want to spoil our market. Yeah. I don't wanna be a player no more. Yeah. I don't wanna be a player no more. Cause my guys call me Cristiano, Mr. Ronaldo, I'm on Nintendo. Cause my guys call me Cristiano.
So when I'm especially when I'm outlining, I'll go a little thicker with the paint. I like bold lines. To me, it brings out your painting. So like I said, don't be afraid to add paint to the canvas. It's fine. It's gonna soak right up. Like, don't be afraid. So when I get to my dragonfly, I'm gonna go a little bit more tropic with the colors. A little light, a little green. It may be just a little bit more turquoise, but that's also another good color to kind of blend with it. So, and then the body of the dragonfly, I'm gonna go a little darker because it may be like a few little hairs on it. Just gotta give some texture. But just to give it a contrast between the middle of the body and the wings, because the wings on the Dragonfly always be like a certain, you know, like a little vibrant colors to it. You know, I've never seen one that looks alike. You know what I'm saying? They all have their different colors or different directions of their wings. So with the wings, you can use your flatter brush if you want just a solid color. It's up to you. But my base color is gonna be a green. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay that green down. Kind of like how you did with your background. You laid your base color down and then you went from there. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the wings of the Dragonfly with my flat brush. And like I said, don't worry about the outline. If you come across it, whatever, fix it at the end of it. So finishing up is always like the most intense because you're like, all right, clock's ticking, gotta get it done. So it's all good. It'll work out well. Give you a little practice of painting under pressure. So I'm gonna come a little darker on the body of the Dragonfly. I'm gonna go with black, honestly. And then I'm gonna come on top of that black with highlights, correct. So even with your highlight, you can play with the white canvas that's already exposed. As you see what I did, I just left a little white if you want the highlight look. So right here, I came darker because the light is more so shining here. So I came a little darker on this side so that the light can be more that way, rather than the light coming from here. So if y'all want to look up and see kind of like what I did with the light source of with the Dragonfly, just to give you a little idea. And don't forget about your sun. Or if you're doing night, you can do a moon. However you want to do it, you know. If you got more of a darker contrast with your sky, I would go with a moon. I'm going with a sun. So it's more, you know, more the vibes of your sky layer. So whatever vibe you're going for, if it's a moon or if it's sun, both are beautiful. You can't go wrong with either one. These little eye looking things, I just wanted to add a little red just to give it a little pop. Not sure what they are, but so I'm adding a little light color on top of my green, because when it come down to acrylic, you could come right on top of it, but it's not all the way yellow. So I'm still you still see the yellow though, and I'm blending it while it's wet also, so it just kind of blends into it, but it still give it that contrast from dark to light. So I'm adding my yellow. And if you want, while your dragonfly is drying, you can go ahead and tackle your sun or your moon. That way you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. While that's drying, I'm gonna go ahead and play around with the sun. Yeah, just a few little rays, nothing major. A few little. Bring a little character to the sun. Just kind of bringing my rays out. Just a little bit. Nothing major. Barely with paint on it, just fanning it out. That way it can have, you know, just a little contrast to it from the sun. And it don't have to be perfect, like, you know, just the fun of it. Just a little creativity. Then I'm gonna come with a little orange. This orange is the closest thing to yellow. And just kind of blend it in there. And if you're doing a moon, definitely white. And if you're doing a moon, white, mix a little bit of the white with the black just to give it a little gray. So it's kind of like you're doing the same direction I'm doing here with the orange, but you know, just give your moon just a little definition. And I added a little white with it also, just to dim it down a little bit. So just to give it a little character. Just real, you know, a little real quick. So now that I finished the sun, I'm going back to my dragonfly. I'm just adding a few little veins to the wings part. Just to give, you know, a little depth within the wings of a dragonfly. It was still a little wet, but that's all right. That black will overpower anything.
Itwa Kanye. Baba Karandiri, Yamaha, Tubrapo Kere, Koyamba. Hey, Yabira, Mansuri, Cheran Sama, Matakamba, Yamanduru Wida, Nika Kutera de Paz, Papur Puri, Kagur Dora.
Alright. So as you go, I would definitely start detailing. I think mine is final. Once again, I'm Art by Jay. You can follow me at artby_J. I want to thank the Art of Birthing for having me. It's definitely a powerful message behind these pieces, even though we're having fun with it, but we have to pay attention to what's the agenda at hand. So once again, thank you for having me, and follow the Art of Birthing.